Hello and welcome to Priya Career Institute's Hindi class. This is a video for the program Learn to Write and Speak Hindi Step by Step. Speaking Hindi means or learning Hindi means winning the hearts of 130 crore people of India. There is no greater respect to a person than speaking his own language to him. When you speak somebody to him in his own language, he opens his heart to you and allows you to do with him everything whatever you want. So if you if you want to win the hearts of 130 crore people of India, certainly I am sure you will be enough clever to learn Hindi. So let's start again like every day, the two more vowel sounds of Hindi. And the very first today is sound is this letter O. 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 This is O. O sound. This is English phonetic symbol O, like as in oral, oral. O as in oral, O as in oral. The same sound is of this symbol O. This is letter. This is not symbol. I'm sorry. So O as in oral, as in oral. O as in orbit, O as in orbit, O as in orbit, O as in orchard, as in orchard, O as in orchard, O as in orchard. So the sound of O, this letter has or this letter contains O sound. Wherever we read this, we see this letter, we produce or we speak O. O as in oral, obit, and orchid. Now, how this word is written and read in Hindi? In Hindi words, you can say here O as in O's. Here you can see these symbols. This is O's, 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 O's. This is O, S, O, S, O's, O's, O's. And O's means dew. The small droplets or water drops that we find in morning on the grass or the surface of the earth when that falls from the sky, that is O's. O's. That is O's. O's means dew. So O's. O. This is symbol O's. O's means dew. Next word is oat. 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 This is a t sound. This is a t sound and this is the t sound. These two letters have the same sound. So oat. 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 This is O. Oat. 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 And oat means side. Oat. Oat. Oat means side. Side means behind something. When you behind something. Also you can say side. Side means behind something. In the side of. He was standing in the side of something. So he was standing in oat. Oat. I'm in oat. Right? So this is oat. Right? Behind book. This is what? I'm oat. This is oat. Now there is no oat. So oat. Now there is no oat. So oat means in the side or behind something. Or behind something. Oat means behind something. Next one is ola. 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 Oat. Oat means side, I told you. And ola. This is ola. 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 Ola means hail. 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 Right? And this is hail. Hail. This is noun. There are hail is also a verb and hail is also a noun, and which means small balls of snow that fall from the sky during the rain, and sometimes without rain even they fall. So this is hail. So those small balls of snow that fall from the sky, that is hail. So this is ola. We people in Hindi call it ola. Ola. Ola means hail. Ola. 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 Ola means hail. And oj. Oj. Oj means energetic person. Oj. 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 This is oj. 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 So oj means vigor. When you have a power in you, when you have energy in you, and you use that energy to do some work, and you do with that energy, you look enthusiastic and you look ready to do some work. That is, then you say that you have a vigor in you. Vigor in you means you have enthusiasm to do the work. In the same way, the same word is known as oj in Hindi. Means when somebody is ready to do work, we say he has oj in him. He has oj in him when a person is ready to do work. And that when somebody looks enthusiastic, his and he filled with energy, his skin shines, glows, then people say that he has oj in him. So he has energy in him and power in him, in his body. So this is oj. Oj. Oj means vigor. Well, and after this is the first vowel sound, and the second vowel sound is ow. Ow. Although this is the short vowel and this is the long vowel. Ow. 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 But there is slight difference in sound. Although I have written this symbol which is used in English sound, but this sound is not exact, but very similar. Very similar to this sound it is, but not exact and same. This sound is not as same as of this letter, but as there is no other sound in English letter similar than this sound, therefore I have chosen this symbol for this sound. So ow. Ow actually sound is ow, but this is ow. Ow, therefore it is little bit similar. Ow. 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 This is ow. So this is known as go, sow, no. So in the same way, this is ow. 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 Like in out, 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 right? And the next one is now Hindi words like ao as in aurat, 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 aurat. This is aurat, aurat. Although this is t sound I have written here because this t sound is not available in English, therefore I have written here. So in place of speaking this sound, if you're speaking this sound, this is also very close to this sound. So in place of saying aurat, actual sound is aurat, but today you can speak it aurat. When we shall read right now, means these days we are reading and learning about vowel sounds. Therefore I'm not talking about consonants these days and how consonants are pronounced and what is the way to pronounce consonants. This I'm not talking in this video or in these videos, but when I shall start teaching you consonants, then I'll tell you what is the other way and how this symbol or this letter can be pronounced. Meanwhile, you can keep speaking aurat, aurat. And again, I would like to tell you that in English, although this r sound is usually not spoken as manager, tailor, and teacher, but in Hindi, every sound, if it is written it is spoken. And in this way, this is orat, 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 which means woman. Orat means woman. We cannot speak it orat. Although in English it is spoken, but in Hindi orat, r sound is spoken. But when I'll teach you how to pronounce and how to understand consonants and pronounce consonants, then I'll talk more about this symbol. So orat means woman, and in the same way ausat, ausat, this is ausat, ausat, ausat. So ausat, 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 ausat. Ausat means average, average, average. What is the average? What is the average of your car? What is the average of your scooter? What's the average of your bike? What's the average of your cylinder? Means how many days does it run? Does it become enough for one cylinder? I mean to say. So ausat means average, average. Ausat, ausat means average. And aujar, 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 aujar. Aujar means tool. Aujar means tool. When you make something, you work in a shop somewhere, and you use like a wrench. What is a wrench? Wrench is a tool. And a screwdriver, screwdriver is a tool. So the screwdriver is known as aujar in Hindi, and wrench is also known as aujar in Hindi. And tester, when you have to test whether current is in a wire or current is not in a wire, to check it, electricity tool is used there. It is known as a tester. That tester is also a kind of aujar. So whatever tool you are using, it is aujar. When medical equipments there are, and though there are also tool, there is tongs and pincers, such other things there are in medical terms in hospitals. They are also known as aujar. So aujar, aujar means tool. Aujar, aujar means tool. Tool, aujar is also singular, and it is also used as a plural. So aujar, 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 aujar. Aujar means tool. Aujar. Right now you need to understand only the vowel sounds. You don't need to understand whether, although I am telling you the meanings of these words, but if you don't remember or you can't remember, then there's no problem, because right now this is not the video lesson for teaching you vocabulary. When the matter of teaching you vocabulary comes, then I'll make other videos. But first of all, you need to learn how to read Hindi, and to learn to read Hindi, these are the very first and beginning lessons, and this is only the 4th, 5th day in which you are learning the big consonant vowel sounds. So aujar, aujar means tool, and aulad, 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 aulad means progeny, progeny. Aulad, aulad means progeny, progeny. Aulad, aulad means progeny. Aulad, aulad means progeny. Aulad, aulad means progeny. Progeny, aulad, aulad means progeny. Right? Aulad, aulad means progeny. So these were the words, these were the two vowel sounds that I wanted to teach you today as Hindi lesson. And after having learnt these sounds, there is another, the new question comes, or the question comes, how to write these sounds. So how to write these sounds? Here is the answer to that question. First of all, again you have to draw the horizontal line in this way, and then after having drawn this horizontal line, you have to just you can say a sound. You have also been taught, means also means already have been taught to write how to write a sound. So the same a sound has to be made step by step, as this is the horizontal line, and then again I would say that the shape like opposite C or the reverse C, which the correct C has to be written, when you write the correct C or the actual C, it opens its face, or opening part of C remains towards the right side, but instead of keeping the open part of C towards the right side, it is turned back and it is turned to the left side. So when opposite C means the opening part of the C turns to left side or becomes to left side. So you have to write the C towards the left side, opening, keeping the opened space towards the left side, and then you make this C. And after having made this C, one more C has to be made in the same way, which can be known as either wrong C or the C with its open part to left side or to opposite side. The C in the wrong direction also can be said. So then you make this double C in the two C's in the wrong direction. When you make, then they become this type of shape comes. So, and when you again touch this line and you draw this line, it becomes a. I have been teaching to make this letter for as many days as I have started this video. So it becomes a, and after this a you draw one more line, although this becomes a. Here this sound is a, so this becomes a, and after having made this letter here, you draw one matra. This symbol is known as matra in English, and perhaps in other languages. In other language, matra is not perhaps available, but in Hindi it is matra. What is matra? It will be told to you after you have learnt consonants and vowel sounds and consonant sounds. After having learnt vowel sounds and consonant sound, it will be cleared to you about the matras, what are the matras and what is matras role in Hindi language. It will be taught to you later on. But before you read means learn matras today, this is you need to understand not only that this shape or this symbol is, or this part of the letter is known as matra, and this matra has to be applied or written on this symbol. And when you applied one matra of this type or this symbol, then this letter becomes of this type, and it becomes O, and its pronunciation is O. You start pronouncing it O, and it is complete O. There is nothing left to be made extra. This is a complete O sound, right? And after having made O, another question comes, how to write ao. So you need to understand what is the difference between O and ao. O and ao. In O there is one matra, and in ao there are two matras. So when you write O and again you write one more matra you applied here, then it becomes ao. So O plus one more matra you apply here, it becomes ao. O, one more matra is applied here, and you make it, you get to make ao, ao, ao. So this is the way to make this O and ao, O and ao, O and ao. This is the way. And after having learned how to write O and ao, let's do some revision work, as we have been learning it for 3, 4, 5 days. I don't remember the counting. So we have learned these sounds. Today we are reading this O, ao. So we have learned these sounds. We need to keep practicing and revising the sounds of these letters, and if we do not, it is sad, practice makes a man perfect. If we don't revise these sounds daily, I am sure you will forget these sounds, and you won't get to learn any sound. And when you don't get to learn any sound, you won't be able to read Hindi. And if you are not reading Hindi, and you are not getting to learn Hindi, means you are missing and losing 130 crore people's hearts, and who will love you, or who can love you one day, and who can offer you a lot of things, and a lot of opportunities who can offer you. So you will be losing all those opportunities and the whole all that love that you can get. Okay, so now let's come back and revise these sounds. This is as in a cow, as in a cow, as in arm, as in arm, a as in it, a as in it, e as in it, e as in it, e as in it, e as in it, o as in put, o as in put, o as in put, oo as in shoe, oo as in shoe, a as in pen, a as in pen, I sound is not available here. Only I have written here pronunciation, means this pronunciation has been decided or made by me. Just it has been set by me, understanding the sounds of English. I have written them this sound here, and this sound is the combination of these two sounds, I. So first sound is of a, and then is a, as a sound as cat, and agao, a sound. So this sound is the combination of these two sounds, I, I, and it's where this can be read. O as an oral, O as an oral. As the sound in oral comes, the same sound is produced to speak this letter or to read this letter. And ow as an oud, ow as an oud, ow as in old. So these were the vowel sounds that I wanted to make you revise and do the practice. And of course, if you are watching this video very first time, then you can go into the playlist, and from the very first video, learn to write and speak Hindi step by step. You can go to that the playlist, and in that playlist, from the very first video you can start following these videos. And I'm sure if you follow these videos, you will be learning, you will be speaking and learning and writing, and you will be using Hindi in a very perfect way, and very lovingly, and very smartly you will be using Hindi, and you will be speaking it like it your own language. And when you speak Hindi like your own language, you don't know what energy of love and what amount of love will Indians pour to you. So be ready to get or receive the love of Indian people. Thank you. Bye bye.